This is a rig that's probably revolutionised my fishing over the last few years, and it's called a naked Chod. Now there is a lead core version. I personally don't use it that much because I believe that the rig acts far more naturally fished naked, and by naked there's no lead core, there's no leader, there's nothing. So all I've got here, I've got a 5mm bead, and what I do is I go through the side of the bead with a baiting needle and make a hole so that it will actually grip the mono. Now don't ever use this rig where you've got a shot leader not behind, because it obviously isn't deemed as safe. So we've got the top bead. Now I have that probably 4 foot away from the bottom bead. This is obviously the bottom bead, which is probably about a foot from the lead, and I do that just to keep the rig away from the lead on the cast, so that it's not, the hook point is not going to foul on the side of the lead. The rig itself is actually free running. So what that means is when the rig is cast out, that shoots up to the top bead, and that then settles last. So the lead's in first and the Chod is in last. So any leaves, certainly which is applicable at this time of year in the winter, any dead weed, that rig is going to sit on top of anything. Just moving down to the lead, we've just got a sleeve there that covers up the quick link and then the actual lead. That's a 3.5 ounce lead. When I'm fishing today, I'm fishing about 120 yards. So the lead is purely there to get me from where I am on the bank to where I think the fish are. The sleeve then just sits over and keeps everything nice and neat. So we'll go back to the actual rig. It's 25 stiff material, and I have it curved, you can see there, so it's a very aggressive angle, so that whichever way the fish touches it, the rig will spin. As you can see, it's spinning, and technically grab hold of it in the bottom lip. I always fish a pop-up. That is actually how it will sit in the water, almost like a claw. Now the pop-up is a bright orange, tutti frutti. I use a lot of bright pop-ups in my fishing, and I think that gets me more bites over the course of the year because the fish see them, in my opinion, a lot better than a dull hook bait. What I do then with the rig, just to get the curve, some people will curve them with the fingers. I use this little gadget here, which is called a Chod box. Now I steam the rig straight after I've tied them, and then I pin them straight on the Chod box, and I'll steam the whole thing over a kettle, and that gives me the curve, which you can see here in the rig. And I can't really imagine my fishing without it. If you've seen fish showing where you don't want to cast around with a marker rod, it's perfect, it doesn't tangle, it nails fish first time, and it's definitely a rig that over the course of the season will definitely catch you more fish.